Hello everyone, I am Erika of beadingschool.com and you are watching No One Has to Bead Alone, my weekly beading workshop to make sure that every beader all around the world has company. Today we are going to work on Vicky Roberts' super nice tutorial, The Illuminated Dreams, that she designed from the newest Beading School Academy theme box, the Celestial Lantern. I would like to greet everyone who decided to join me today. Please say hi in a comment and please tell me if you can hear me, if you can see me. And I see Ginny, I see Belinda, and Eve says, hi, I can see and hear you. And Kimberly is here, Linda is here. You can watch today's video in real life, real time, from the Beading School YouTube channel, and also from the Beading School Facebook page. Later, the recordings stay online, so you can return to them anytime when you would like to do that. In the meantime, we already activated 1 hour before the workshop the PDF tutorial that makes it easier for you to follow today's workshop, and also you can save it, you can print it, whatever works for you the best. And you can download the PDF tutorial from no-one-has-to-bead-alone.com or visit beadingschool.com and then choose No One Has to Bead Alone in the main menu. I also put the QR code on the screen. I finally managed to find out how to put the QR next to my hand and not below, so it's not covering anything anymore. And as always, for 3 days starting today, you have 2 options. Since No One Has to Bead Alone, the No One Has to Bead Alone workshops are my social contribution to the beading community, so we can all care for our mental well-being and care for our fellow beaders' mental well-being. For 3 days, we always have a gift option, so you can download the PDF tutorial as a gift from beadingschool.com. And later, and also already now, there is also a version available in the Beading School Bead Shop to support the designer who designed the workshop, so we can financially also value their work, and also to support Beading School, so we can keep going and bring you all the creative ideas and events like today's. And I also would like to greet Jill, Lita, Georgina, Gapamu, Wilhelmine, Heather, Linda, Molly, Sharon, Catherine. Catherine, I saw your comment briefly, so I turned the lamp. Is it better for you now? How does it look like for you, dear Catherine? Carol is here. Rachel says, hello to all the beautiful people here today, and thank you so very much for your wonderful company. You make the harsh cold of winter warm and fuzzy. I hope you are all healthy and well. Dear Rachel, I always get emotional when I read your comments. You have always so nice greetings for your fellow beaders. We also have Antoinette here. Cindy says, still waiting for the postal strike to be over in Canada. Oh my God, I'm so sorry that it's still going on. Bernadette is here. And thank you so much for asking, Rachel. Sherry, Lutka, Corinne, Loretta, Fran. Wonderful. So you can find the tutorial at no-one-has-to-bead-alone.com, and while you are there, I would also recommend checking out Vicky's other tutorials in our designer zone. She has created masterpieces this year for the Beaders calendar, the one that you see in the top right corner, but also she kept bringing us beautiful designs from all of our collections and beyond. So I really, really recommend checking her out because she's so talented, especially if you love working with glass cabochons, with or without metal claw settings. Then she is definitely one whom I would recommend to follow closely, because it's really her exquisite talent to pack as many glass cabochons and crystals into a single piece as possible. I would also like to greet Jennifer, Tina, Sarah, Irma, and Rachel says, Vicky's designs are always such a treat. And I would also like to remind you that you can bead even if the variation that I am showing you now, it's different, because as we found out at the beginning of November on video, it doesn't work well if I'm using black and white beads. So during these 2 months, I'm always beading with different beads than the academy boxes. That's why you see this terracotta and blue petrol variation that I made. But in fact, originally Vicky designed the jewel from the newest Beading School Academy theme box, the Celestial Lantern. So you can make it all elegant with the sparkle and shine of the moonlight, the black, the gray, the gold, and the silver tones. I would also like to greet Angelina, Debbie, and Lisette. And lovely ladies, as always, everything is waiting for you in the Beading School bead shop at beadingschool.com in many, many different colors. And actually, what is really nice, that what you need for the focal, for the center of the of Vicky's Illuminated Dreams, is actually an 8mm Preciosa Nacre flatback cabochon and or advent calendar beaders. Only advent calendar beaders, they can actually enjoy a super special deal starting from today on Preciosa Nacre components. So don't forget to pick up your favorite colors. I especially recommend to look into the pearlescent colors, since those are specifically produced for Beading School and they are normally not available in the assortment of Preciosa. So when you see them, then go for it. So the centerpiece is an 8mm Preciosa Nacre cabochon, so you need one piece of that for one motif. As you saw, Vicky made her original into a pair of earrings, but I am actually working on solo pieces, so I turned my first colorway into a ring, and the second one will probably become a brooch. So what else do you need besides the 8mm Preciosa Nacre cabochon? You will also need 8 pieces of Miyuki quarter Tila beads. Those are protecting and holding the cabochon from the back, so they are completely hidden. So it doesn't actually matter that what color do you use for the Miyuki quarter tilas. Of course, it's especially if you have earrings, as sometimes they are visible from the front, and as you turn your head they can become visible from the back too. Then it's nice to have a matching color or an accent color, as for example red soles of shoes, so you can play with that. However, if you plan to turn your piece into a ring or into a brooch, as I do, then this is also a place where you can use up leftovers, even mix and match colors, or use a color that you are not especially fond of. Because let's be honest, it does happen sometimes. You will also need 8 pieces of 3mm fire polished beads, 4 pieces of 2-hole round drop duos. Check the holes please to make sure that both holes are nice and open and there is no extra shard of glass that would stay and damage your fire line later. You will need 24 pieces of True2 Fire-Polished beads. We added some new exquisite colors recently, so make sure to check them out in the Beadingschool bead shop. We have colors that haven't been available before. You also need 8 pieces of 2mm round pearls, and then Miyuki size 15 seed beads and Miyuki Delica size 11. Those you need only 8 pieces, and they will be placed here in the middle around the Preciosa round cabochon, well, on top of the Preciosa Nacre cabochon. So it is actually this time pretty important that what color you choose for the Miyuki Delicas, since they will be so much in the center. And then the rest, the metal findings, it really depends on how you would like to finish your jewel. So it can be that you need earring findings, it can be that you need a clasp. If you make this into a full bracelet, it would be a great full bracelet, by the way. You might need a pendant holder, a brooch base, a ring base. So those personalizations, those are totally up to you. Or you can even personalize it with glass drops, pendants, crystal connectors. So there are many, many, many different possibilities waiting for you. Lovely ladies, please let me know if you have any questions about the material, and I will quickly look through the comments in case I missed something that I would like to answer your questions. And Kimberly says, always love the music that goes along with the themes. I want to listen to it over and over. That's so nice, Kimberly. And Terry is here, and Erika. And Angelina says, the presentation, video, and photography is so amazing. I'm so happy that you like them, Angelina. The super nice, super professional, super sweet couple that we are working with for the most important videos and photographs for Beadingschool, they are amazing. I am so, so, so happy that we got to know them. I would also like to greet Jessica, Ariane. Ariane says, I am so happy I can bead with you together again. Martina is also here, and Joanna joined us. So lovely ladies, if you don't have questions about the material list, then I would like to just mention that maybe those of our beaders who are not in the Beadingschool Advent Calendar adventure, they missed it, that again, following our tradition for the Advent and the holiday season, we have created a beautiful new collection featuring sparkly components, cabochons, and beads from the Dancing in the Moonlight collection, called this time. And my friend and fellow designer, sorry, my friend and fellow designer, Anita Schachman. She was the first beader who could open the box and play with what's inside, and she beaded this beautiful statement necklace that you can bead right away from the box. So our advent calendar beaders, for 2 days they had a €10 discount to grab the box, and now it's available for everyone for the same price. So I highly recommend picking one up if you haven't done it yet. About 70% of the boxes are gone now, and I have a feeling that they won't last very long. Lovely ladies, do you have any questions about the Dancing in the Moonlight box? And hands up who got it already. I'm curious. And then we can start beading. Cindy is here. Oh, and Cindy says she has COVID. I'm so sorry. I hope that you will get better very soon, dear Cindy. And Lita says, it's amazing. I'm already working on Agnes. Agnes is the name of the tutorial that Nitty designed. And Eve asks, anyone else really likes the chalk white shimmer color? It's a good one, isn't it? Ariana got a box. Corinne got a box. Sarah, Carol, Martine, Antoinette. So many of you, dear ladies. Thank you so much for your enthusiasm. Sharon, Linda, Lizette. And Lizette says, I was very excited for the box and made sure to purchase it with the tutorial. Ginny also, Tina also. Tina says, I got mine, so beautiful. Thank you so much, ladies. And now it's time to start beading. Oh my god, Irena got 2! Wilhelmina also got 1. You are wonderful, ladies. And now let's start working on Vicky's Illuminated Dreams. So we will start by picking up 8 pieces of Miyuki quarter Tila beads and 8 pieces of round 15 round 15 Miyuki seed beads. I will zoom in a little bit probably. Let's try. So 8 pieces of Miyuki quarter Tilas, 8 pieces of Miyuki round seed beads interchangeably. And when I have the 8 pieces, and I will double check if I have the right amount, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then I let them all fall to the end, towards the end of my fire line. I like to have like 5, 6 inches, 10, 12 centimeters as my tail thread that I will secure and trim later. So when I have it, then I like to bead through the beads in my initial circle one more time. To join everything into a circle. And then I will bead through both holes of the very first quarter Tila one more time. So now I'm in the outside circle, and this is how it should look like. So a circle made of 8 quarter Tilas and 8 round 15 seed beads. And let's see what's happening in the next step. Now we will fill into the gaps between the outside holes of the quarter Tilas some 4mm Preciosa bicone beads and some Round DropDuos. So I will start by picking up a 4mm Preciosa bicone, and then I bead through the outside hole of the next quarter Tila. Just a moment, I need to get off my jacket. It's full of buttons, and my fire line always gets tangled around the buttons. So I added a Preciosa bicone between the first 2 quarter Tilas, and then I add a Round DropDuo between the second and the third. I always check the second hole to make sure that it's open and it's not clogged. And now I will continue alternating these 2 types, so the 4mm Preciosa bicones and the Round DropDuos. And that's how I fill the gaps between the open holes of the Miyuki quarter Tilas. And remember, dear ladies, that this is going to be the back side of your jewel. And Eve says that she's going to attach the motif into a beautiful starflower historic filigree. Eve, I think that will be one of the most beautiful things that we can see. I'm so curious how it will turn out. Please make sure to post a picture when you have it. And in the meanwhile, Fran also says that she got the box and I made a mistake, adding a Round DropDuo after another Round DropDuo. So I need to change it for a 4mm bicone, and then another Round DropDuo comes. By the end of this step, I need to get in position for the next one by exiting a 4mm Preciosa bicone, but I prefer, it's my style, my personal style, that I don't like to do that with the very first bicone, so I want to exit the second bicone bead at least. And sometimes I even have a feeling that that's not enough. But it's absolutely personal how you would like to do that. Just have a feeling that when I get into the work of like adding some extra and repeating part of the thread path, then in my experience the tension is distributed in a different way, and that works better with my personal style. So by the end of step 2, I want to get in position for the next one by exiting a 4mm Preciosa bicone. So this is how it should look like at the moment. Lovely ladies, how is it going so far? Please let me know if this was all right so far. Yeah, taking a sip of my tea, probably you heard it. If there are no questions, then let's see what's happening in the next step. So in this step, oh, it seems that okay, hopefully, okay, now I'm back. Okay, Ariana said in the meantime that everything is clear. So in step 3, I'm going to connect the 4mm Preciosa bicone beads to the outside holes of the round drop duos, always using a combination of a 3mm fire-polished bead and a round 15 seed bead. And next to the bicone, I will always have a fire-polished bead, and next to the round drop duo, I will always have around 15 seed bead. Ginny just confessed that today she's enjoying her coffee and watching, and that is absolutely fine. And I'm also super, super happy to read, Ginny, that the community during the No One Has to Be Alone workshops also means so much to you, that even if you don't feel like beading, you are here together with us for the sake of the company, for enjoying the company. So thank you so much for doing that. And I'm adding the last combination of round 15 and 3mm fire polished bead, and I want to finish this step by exiting around 15 towards a round drop duo. And again, I will repeat the beginning of the thread pass. And I want to finish this step by exiting around 15 with my thread hanging towards the round drop duo. And dear Terry says that not feeling well today, but always enjoy connecting and watching. Dear Terry, I hope that it will turn to better very, very soon for you. I always love it so much whenever your name pops up, beading or not beading. It does not matter. Your company is so well appreciated, dear Terry. And I really value your kindness in the Beadingschool Club. And now we are going to add decorations over the round drop duos. So I start by picking up 7 pieces of round 15 seed beads. See, I'm exiting the round 15 here. And now I pick up 7 round 15s. And I cross through the round 15 and the fire polished bead on the other side of the round drop duo. And now in step 6, I'm still here with my first round drop duo, and I pick up a True2 Fire-Polished bead. This time I'm working with the super fancy 24 karat gold plated ones. So I pick up a True2 Fire-Polished bead. I pick up a 2mm pearl, 2 pieces of round 15 seed beads, a 2mm pearl, and a True2 Fire-Polished bead. So the combination is True2 Fire-Polished, 2mm round pearl, 2 pieces of round 15s, 2mm round pearl, and True2 Fire-Polished bead. And now I bead through the fire-polished bead and the round 15 that I added 2 steps ago. So this will be like kind of a loop towards the inside of the motif, and this part will actually hold the nacre cabochon in place. Now I cross the round DropDuo through the outside hole. I bead through round 15 and 3mm fire-polished bead, and then I bead through True2 2mm round pearl and only one of the round 15s out of the 2 that I have added in this step. So this is how it should look like at the moment. In the meantime, Ginny also says that she unfortunately had to miss some No One Has to Bead Alone sessions because of her husband's illness, and I'm so happy to hear that he's doing better now. And Ginny is all again enjoying the company of you fellow beaders. And Sherry says, Tuesdays and Thursdays are the days I look forward to the most. This is a very special group. Thank you so much, Sherry. Belinda says, feel better soon, Terry. And Sarah also, and Kim and everyone. So lovely, ladies. Now in step 7, we will pick up a single round 15 seed bead and then continue repeating the thread path through round 15, 2mm pearl True2 Fire-Polished bead, and then up through the 3mm fire-polished beads, all the 9 pieces of round 15 Miyuki seed beads over the top edge of the round DropDuo. And then also through the 3mm fire-polished bead, 4mm bicone, 3mm fire-polished bead, and round 15. And we will repeat these steps all around, so 3 more times, starting by picking up seven pieces of round 15 seed beads. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I bead through the round 15 and the fire-polished bead, 3mm fire-polished bead here. Then, in the next step, I pick up True2 2mm round pearl, 2 pieces of round 15s, 2mm round pearl, and True2 Fire-Polished bead. I bead through 3mm fire-polished bead and round 15. I cross the round DropDuo. This is such a nice part from Vicky. I love these steps, by the way. I cross the round DropDuo, then I bead down through round 15 and 3mm fire-polished bead, True2 2mm pearl and 1 round 15 seed bead. And then I pick up a round 15. I continue the thread pass through round 15, 2mm pearl through 2, and then up through the 3mm fire-polished bead, all the seed beads, and then I get in position to repeat this for a third time. Marcy asks in the meanwhile, do you pay attention to the curved and flat sides of the quarter Tila beads when you use them? And dear Marcy, I usually very much do, and this was actually a unique occasion that I didn't do that. They will be on the black side, and it doesn't really make a difference in this time because I will also cover them, but usually I am very particular about these kinds of details. But I confess I am a little tired today. I was traveling home yesterday, so I am indeed a little bit tired, and I didn't pay attention to it. And Ginny says, I like this part so much to get the cabochon caged. Very cool. And I couldn't agree more. I think this is such a nice way to mold the cabochon. So now again, I picked up 7 pieces of the round 15s. I beaded through round 15 and 3mm fire-polished. I pick up a True2 Fire-Polished bead and a 2mm round pearl. After the 2mm round pearl, I pick up 2 pieces of round 15s, 1 more 2mm round pearl, and 1 more True2 Fire-Polished bead. And with the sequence on my needle, I bead through the 3mm fire-polished bead and the round 15, then through the round DropDuo, down through round 15 and 3mm fire-polished bead, and then continue through True2 2mm pearl and 1 round 15. And Helena joined us, and Martha joined us. Other Rachel is also popping up. Hello, ladies. And then, last part of the sequence, I add around 15 seed bead in between the two, and then I get in position for my 4th last repetition. So again, I pick up, exiting the round 15 before the round DropDuo, I pick up 7 pieces of round 15 seed beads. I bead through round 15 and fire-polished bead. I pick up True2 2mm round pearl, 2 pieces of round 15s, 1 more 2mm round pearl, and a True2 fire-polished bead. And with these 6 beads on my needle, I bead up through the 3mm fire-polished bead and the round 15. I cross the round DropDuo, and I bead down through round 15 3mm fire polished bead, through to 2mm round pearl and round 15 seed bead. And then this is a little difference, that when I complete the last frame around the round DropDuos, then I want to get into position for the next step in a different way. I need to exit around 15 seed bead in the middle of the sequence, middle of the group of 3. And also I pop in the cabochon in the middle. So this is how it should look like at the moment, ladies. Rachel says this motif is so elegant, much like its designer. Ooh, and Cindy says, just finished my advent shopping for the day and picked up 2 more colors of DropDuos. And Deb says, I wish I was home with my beads. This is a lovely design. And Martha says, quite a collection of different beads in this beauty. And Terry says, such a cool bezel, Vicky. And Cindy says, I agree, this is an extremely special group. So sweet of you. And Angelina says, just stunning. Oh, and Sherry celebrated her birthday. Happy belated birthday, dear Sherry. Sharon says, hope it was grand. Indeed. And now let's see what's happening in the next step. So in the next step, we will make the bezel more secure. So we will be connecting the round 15s in the middle of the groups of 3. And to do that, I'm exiting around 15, and then I pick up Miyuki Delica, round 15, Miyuki Delica, and I bead through the next round 15 in the same position. Again, I pick up Miyuki Delica, round 15, Miyuki Delica, and I bead through the next bead in the same position. 2 more times the same combination. So Miyuki Delica, round 15, Miyuki Delica, and I bead through the round 15 in the same position. And then the final repetition, Delica, round 15, Delica, and I bead through the first that I was exiting, first round 15 that I was exiting. And I also need to only bead through the new beads, so I will be making a circle, a square through the 4 groups of Delica, round 15 Delica, while skipping the beads on the corners. Tina says she's going to make one of these as a Christmas gift, and that is so sweet, Tina. And I want to finish by exiting around 15 that is in the middle of a new group. So this is how it looks like at the moment. And then the final additions. And this is a little bit tricky, so please watch closely. I will take a sip of tea in the meantime. So I'm exiting around 15. That was in the middle of a group of Delica, around 15 Delica that I just added. So exiting around 15, I pick up around 15 and I bead through the 2mm round pearl on the side towards which I was exiting. I pick up now a True2 Fire-Polished bead and I bead back through the pearl on the other side. This will pull everything nice and snug together. Now exiting the pearl, I pick up around 15 and I bead through the round 15 that I was exiting at the beginning, and also I continue through 2 Miyuki Delica beads, skipping the round 15 in between and the next round 15 in the middle of the group. So I pull it nice and tight, and this is how it should look like. And I will repeat this 3 more times, so if you didn't catch it, then you have 3 more opportunities. So I am exiting around 15, that is in between 2 Delicas and is not connected to anything else yet. I pick up around 15 and I bead through a 2mm round pearl. I pick up a True2 Fire-Polished bead and I bead in the opposite direction through the other 2mm round pearl nearby. I pick up a round 15 seed bead and I bead through the original round 15 that I started out from, and I also continue through 2 Delicas and the next round 15 in the middle of the group. And Rachel, I'm so happy that you like the graphics. And now it's time to repeat this for a third time. So with around 15 seed bead, I bead on my needle, I bead through the pearl. I connect the 2 pearls to each other with a fire-polished bead. And then I add the other round 15. And my fourth final repetition. And Erika says, this look like different graphics than before. It looks like a different program. And dear Erika, these graphics are done by Vicky Roberts, so that's why it's different. With my Beadingschool designers, we always drew the instructions and write the tutorials in a unified way. So when you have a tutorial from Susie and Veronka, and since I also taught Nitti Anita Schachman how to draw tutorials, then she uses the same style, but Vicky Roberts is a friend designer who is not part of like the core beading school internal team. That's why hers are different. And now I'm adding those last beads in place. Last through 2. Last round 15 seed bead, and in my opinion this has become such a little beautiful sparkly jewel, and like thanks to its shape it's absolutely perfect to make a bracelet. Like, look at it, how of course these are like not the same color because this is a ring and I want to make a brooch out of this, but they would be so easy to connect to each other to create a bracelet. So if you feel like it, you see how fast this was. So I can only encourage you to keep playing with it and maybe make a bracelet. And the rest of the tutorial from Vicky, it also shows you that how you can add a little bit more bling and how you can attach the earring findings. So, lovely ladies, thank you so much for joining me today. I really enjoyed your company. It's always such a highlight of the week to meet you all and also to see your beautiful creations afterward in the Beading School Club. Please, I would like to ask you that please tell your beading friends about beading school. It's very, very important for us that as many beaders know about the value that we are creating together with you at beading school. So please keep sharing, keep mentioning beading school on your own social media channels, in your own beading groups where it is allowed. And we are super grateful that many of you already do that. You keep beading school going, and we couldn't be happier than to see you living the beading school life together with us. Thank you so much, lovely ladies. Take care. Remember that our Advent calendar beaders still can enjoy until tomorrow first access to the Neumann clasp collections, and also a super nice discount to all the clasps, including the German-made Neumann clasps that we brought back from directly from the factory. So I would like to thank you for all your precious bead orders and for your trust in beading school. Thank you so much, ladies. Wishing you a lovely, creative rest of the day. Take care. Bye bye.